Wednesday yoga. Welcome everybody. Hello, Colleen. My name is Kenia, for those I don't know yet. We'll get started in a child's pose today. So take your time getting into this child. Be here for a few minutes. Wiggle those hips side to side. Try to find as much length in the spine as you can. And if you're not sure about your child's pose, you can try moving either out a little bit or more narrow. Find the best spot for you. Child's pose can change. Hi guys. Or in child's pose, begin to come into your breath, noticing your inhales and exhales. Add a little bit of length to your exhales here. Using it to release and soften into the body. You did the hard part, you showed up on your mat already. So for the next 60 minutes, I invite you to stay present, to be with your practice in the space at home. Really dedicate this time to yourself. Thank you so much. Today, really listening to our body, letting our body guide us through practice. Instead of the thoughts of the mind, what something should look like, what someone else is doing. But staying so present with the body that it feels like it's guiding. Trying to make the blood breath. Deep body breathing. Try to make that ocean wave sound back of the floor. Breathe deep into the belly. And exhale. Ocean wave sound back out. Every inhale is fresh air. And exhale, release. In this space, I invite you to set an intention for your practice, for how you want to be, how you wish to go about your day. Remembering that we can carry yoga off the mat with us as well. Send the intention out with a smile around the lips. And then we'll lift the hips. We'll come to puppy pose here. So from child's pose, bring the knees a little bit closer. So they're stacked right under the hips. And then walk your hands forward. Let that head fall back down to the mat if it reaches. Opening up the front of the shoulders. If you don't really feel that, you can come up onto the fingertips, but we're moving slow. You're going to walk both hands over to the right. You're going to reach with the left fingertips. Right hand to support you. Sink the weight back into the left hip. And use this. I'm going to close the door. I can hear you talking. Use this pose to open that left side body. Breathe into that rib cage. Breathe into the lung. And then walk the hands through center over to the left. This time, reach with the right fingertips and sink the weight back into the right hip. Side body stretch. come to center. We're going to push up and just sit on our shins for a moment. We're going to do a breathing exercise today from this position. So as long as this is comfortable, if you have any kind of prop you need, that's fine too. Sitting up nice and tall, think about your sit bones through the crown of your head. And you can close the eyes if you want. We're going to do box breathing. And I'm going to guide us with 4 seconds, but if you have your own pace and increasing the length, that's fine. Box breathing, we're going to inhale together for 4. Hold at the top for 4. Now exhale for 4. Hold at the bottom. Nice big inhale for 4. Hold at the top. Exhale, release. Hold at the bottom. Fresh breath in. Hold it. Release. Hold at the bottom. Fresh breath in. Last round, hold at the top. Exhale. Last hold. And then return to your normal breathing. You can open the eyes. We're going to just let the head hang heavy. Breathe into the neck here. Goes as slow or as fast as you want. But let the head hang heavy. Breathe into all areas, going both directions. If you find a spot that feels nice, hang out there. Keeping tall through the spine. And then we'll take our fingers clasped together on the back of the head. And keeping tall through the spine, let that chin go down to the chest. If that feels okay to add the weight of your hands, guide your chin down. And then release, take the hands clasped together behind the hips. Opposite, pull the shoulders back, let the chin fall, or fall up, yeah, you fall up. Up and back. And then back to center. Okay, we're gonna open up the bottoms of our feet too while we're here, so tuck under those toes, sink the weight back onto the heels, moving the weight just so that it feels comfortable in your body. You can rock side to side, opening all 10 toes. And take the wrists too. Take the wrists in little circles. And then press the back of the fists together to get a stretch. Still using that ujjayi breathing, staying connected to the body. And just release on down. We'll come into a tabletop position. Stacked wrists over under shoulders, knees under hips, and begin your cat-cow. Inhale, point the lower ribs down, gaze comes up. Exhale, arch the spine, let the head hang heavy. Cat-cow at your own pace. Warm into that spine. Add any little movements that feel natural. Just tuning into your own body, your own body's needs. Wherever you're at today, every day is a little bit different. Just honoring your practice, your body. Sometimes it's nice to even close the eyes in cat-cow and really just feel the movement in the spine. And we'll take the hands a little wider than where they are right now and farther in front, and we'll add more movement. So taking hip circles. Nice and wide. Once again, going both directions to even everything out. Still using that breath. When the hips go down to the side, let them sink down to the floor. Breathe into that side body a little bit. And then back to center, tabletop position. We're gonna do a core warm-up today that's a little bit funky. We're gonna take our right hand to this chicken position, chicken wing we call it, and then keep your left heel straight up so your foot's in a 90-degree angle. Pull that core in. This is where we start with our balance. Exhale, knee and elbow underneath you. And inhale, open it back up. Go at your own pace. Exhale, crunch, knee and elbow touch. Inhale, find as much length as you can, keeping that core engaged to protect the low back, keeping the stable balance. A few more, keep going. Use that breath. All right, and then drop the right hand. We're gonna take our left foot over to off the mat on the right side. Let your gaze go over that right shoulder, look at that left foot. Still reach down through the base of that left foot, take a low stretch. And we'll come back to center, dropping left knee, and we'll thread the needle right side. So inhale the right arm open. Exhale, send it under, over to the left. Open up the outside of that right shoulder. And then slowly make your way back to tabletop. We'll do that same thing other side. So make sure we're nice and stable here with the tabletop. This is where we start. Chicken wing left hand to the back of the head. Kick the right heel up to the sky. Exhale, knee and elbow crunch underneath you. Inhale, open. Kick the heel up. Open that left elbow out to the side. Exhale, crunch. At your own pace. Last couple, try to really use your breath. The breath guides the movement. And then drop the left hand, kick the right foot over off the mat to the left. Straighten through that right heel, gaze over the left shoulder. Big side body stretch, breathing into the neck, all the way down to the heel. And return to your tabletop. Getting ready to thread the needle other side. Inhale, left hand opens up, open the heart space. Exhale, send it under. Take your thread the needle. The right hand pushing into the mat to roll over that left shoulder. Feel the shoulder blades separate. And back to tabletop. Nice job. Gonna tuck those toes, send it to the first down dog plus, lift the hips, send it back, settle the heels. Walk the dog, pedaling out your feet into the back of the legs. Stay with your bottom breath. Spread your fingers wide, press down through that space between your thumb and pointer finger. Roll your armpits in to face each other a little bit so it creates more space between from the shoulders to ears. Gaze is back between the inner legs. Beautiful down dogs. All right, you can bring your big toe, or actually come to ragdoll. So bend the knees, look at the space between the hands, bottom of an exhale, tip the toe to the front of the mat. Let the hips, or the feet be hips with distance. Let your belly hang out on the thighs. Big bend in the knees here as we release the low back. You can grab your elbows and sway side to side. Really just ragdoll pose. Letting the low back find length all the way through the crown of the head. If you feel it so much in the hamstrings, bend the knees a little more. Shake out that head yes and no if you want. Anytime we're forward folded, keep your belly button engaged, pull it up towards the spine. It's like you're holding out that space. Allow us for a deeper fold. And then slowly, we roll up to standing one vertebra at a time. Come all the way up. And then we'll take some shoulder rolls here. Pull the shoulders up towards the ears. Let them fall back down. Shoulder blades. We'll just shake it out a little bit. Shake it out. Okay, so we do that. I like to do that because the next pose is mountain pose. So we're finding complete stillness, grounding down through those feet. It's a simple pose, but it's so powerful. And you find stillness. Hands shine forward, and then inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, fingertips to the floor, the shins. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, hold plank. Holding plank or dropping to your knees, whichever you want. For the next 10 movements, you're doing right knee, right elbow, send it back. Left knee, left elbow, send it back. 4 more. If elbow is fine for you, try and bring it up to the armpit. Keep your tailbone tucked back, keep your hips low, strong through the shoulders. Keep going. Okay, last count. Drop the knees, drop your chest and chin. 8-point pose. Try to find that natural C curve in the spine. And then release the legs long, hands over the shoulders. Inhale, cobra pose. Don't use your hands yet. Use the strength of the low back. Exhale, release. Let the chin just drop down. Next inhale, bring it up, cobra pose again. This time take it a little deeper. Maybe your hands come in front of you for space. Bring your chest forward and up, finding length and arch. And then release hands into the shoulders, press it back to child's pose. Wiggle those hips side to side, feel into the spine, feel into the whole body. I'm dying with the rest gone, guys. Promise I'm not sick. Oh, there's some music. All right, make your way back through tabletop to down dog. From down dog, we'll lift the right leg, bend the knee, open the hip a couple times, and circles both directions. And then inhale, keep the right leg straight. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, give it a tap. Inhale, lift the leg. Second exhale, knee to chest, pull it nice and tight. Inhale, lift. Third exhale, right knee, right elbow, give it a tap. Inhale, lift, go into wild thing or flipping your dog if that's in your practice. Otherwise, holding 3-legged down dog. Press the right foot all the way over into the floor on the right side. Press through the left knee and reach up with the right. Back to 3-legged down dog. Keep the leg in the air if you can, and then come to a low lunge. Drop your right foot, drop your left knee. We breathe into our low lunge here, so take a moment to, you can come out of it a little bit, so releasing out of the low lunge, and then moving into it. We'll hold it for at least like 5 to 10 breaths. Opening up that left hip flexor. I like to use a block. And if you don't feel that stretch, you want to come out of it a little bit. Think about tucking your tailbone down, tilting that pelvis forward, then come back into it. You should feel it open that left hip flexor. Relax the shoulders, relax the face, wherever you're holding tension. Breathe into the stretch. Exhale, send it back, half split, straight into your right leg. I like to walk my heel a little bit further forward for balance. We're getting into the back of the right leg. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold the forehead down towards the right shin. Keep that belly button engaged with forward folding. Move that ankle front backwards just a little. See if you can get a different angle of that calf stretch. When we come forward, inhale all the way to high lunge. Pick up that left knee. Sweep the hands forward. Try to be right in your high lunge. Deep end in the front knee. Pick that left knee up into the quads so the back leg is straight-ish. Stay down, deep in that low lunge or high lunge. And then plant the hands. Step back. Take it through your first chaturanga vinyasa or skip it, meeting down dog. Always meeting in down dog. We'll go to the other side. Find a nice strong breath in down dog. And then inhale, left foot lifts. Bend the knee, hip circles both sides or both directions. Strong through those shoulders. All right, straighten that left leg. Exhale, left knee, right elbow to the top. Inhale, lift the foot. Second exhale, knee to chest, don't drop the foot. Inhale, lift. Third exhale, left knee, left elbow, or armpit. You can lift it higher. Inhale, lift the foot, bend the knee, flop over to your wild thing. Left foot lands off the mat. Strong press through the right shoulder, the right hand. Come back to three-legged down dog. And exhale to low lunge. Plant your left foot between the hands, drop that right knee. Nice job, guys. So moving into low lunge, we take this 5 or 10 breaths. I'm trying. Hard. I feel like I'm suffocating myself. Notice where else you're holding that tension. It does move. It moves out of that place that we're stretching, holds itself in other parts of the body. Last breath here. We're going to send it back, half split, straight into the left leg. I like to bring the left heel a little bit further forward. It kind of keeps my balance. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forehead down towards the left shin. You should feel it in the hamstring all the way down through the calf. If you flex that ankle, move the foot around. All right, next inhale, come forward, high lunge. Try to move right into it, deep in that front knee, sweep the hands forward. Pull that back knee up into the quads, sink down. And then exhale, plant the hands, step back, take it through your second chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it, meet in down dog. We'll always meet in down dog, so use your breath to get there. And then on the bottom of your next exhale, look at the space between your hands, walk center off to the front of the mat. When you get there, inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing. Hands come down through heart center by the side. Inhale, hands reach overhead. Exhale, hands at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, find the heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, take it through your chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it, knee and down dog. Once inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, come up high lunge, sweep those hands forward, you've done it before. Now for a little movement, we're gonna come up to standing, bringing knee to the chest, left knee to the chest, a little bit of movement, and then send it back to that high lunge for 5. Try to come all the way to standing and send your foot as far back as you can for that high lunge. Keeping balance through left ankle the entire time. All right, last one, drop it back to high lunge. And then warrior 3, lift the back foot, sweep the hands forward. Grounding through right foot, once again, squeeze the glutes together, strong right leg. Standing splits, drop your hands to the floor, kick your left foot high. Let your forehead come down towards the top of the right foot. Challenge your balance here. Take one hand to the back of your calf. Nice job. Maybe both hands pick up, all 10 fingers, woo! All right, stepping back to triangle pose. Drop your right foot back, or your left foot back, sorry. 3 to 4 feet, toes out at an angle. Straighten into both legs. Inhale, lift the chest, find length in the spine. Exhale, fold. Big back of the right leg, opener here, let your forehead reach down towards that shin. Hollow out that belly space, trying to find length in the spine still. And then we'll lift the chest, revolve triangle, left hand to the inside of right foot, inhale, right hand sweeps, open. Feel that IT band, reach up with the right fingertips, maybe gazes over to the right. Revolve half moon, bend that front knee, plant your left hand in front of the right toes, pick your left foot up. Revolve half moon, nice balancing pose, guys. Keep reaching up with the right hand. And then step it back all the way to wide-legged forward fold. We're gonna turn our body towards the center line of the mat. Pigeon toes your right toes in. When you get there, inhale, find lift and length. Exhale, fold. We'll be in this pose a little bit longer, allowing you to really move into it, because this pose is nice. You can grip onto the floor, you can grip onto your legs, grip onto whatever you can to pull your head a little bit closer towards the mat. Nice, beautiful. If your head's really far from the mat, bring your feet a little wider. If your head's touching the mat, and you're like, I don't get it, bring your feet a little closer. And then also play around with, if your toes are facing forward, try bringing the toes a little bit inwards. Breathe into that calf as well. All right, we're gonna lift the chest. We're gonna drop down to our knees right here. We're gonna come to frog pose. So frog pose is a inside of the leg stretch, that groin area. You're gonna walk your knees out, press the insides of the shins into the mat. Let your hands hold most of the weight here until you find a space that's comfortable. This pose can be extremely, you just have to be really gentle getting in and out of it. And if it hurts those knees, you can take your mat, or I can give you a blanket, bundle up the mat. And then you can find your frog pose by coming down onto your forearms, moving forwards and backwards. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways that it will look and feel. But trying to hold it for a solid 5 breaths. These last couple breaths, try to exhale a little bit deeper here, more releasing, getting deeper into the stretch. You're going to press the hands back into the mat, lift the chest, wiggle out of this really gently, really gently. Feel that rebound sensation. We'll make our way back to down dog. Take any little stretches. Maybe get the back of the wrist while we're down here, actually. Press the back of the hands into the mat. And then we'll meet in down dog. Nice big inhale in, fresh breath there. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the right or left foot. Exhale, come to your high lunge. Plant the foot, swip those hands forward. Deep bend in the front knee. We're planting down through that left ankle this time. So think about rooting through the base of the left foot. Inhale, bring that knee to the chest. Send it back, high lunge. Keep going at your own pace. Slow and controlled. Using the core. Squeeze your glutes. Keep the arms engaged. The last one we'll meet in high lunge. Stay there. Find your balance. And then lift off warrior three. Hands are forward, right heel kicks back. Squeeze your glutes together, roll your right big toe back to the center of the mat. Drop the hands, standing splits. Let the forehead drop towards your right or your left foot. You can even release the head a little bit here, shake up the head and neck. And then bring one hand to the back of the calf. The other hand, maybe both hands. And then drop it down, pyramid pose. So the right foot lands 3 to 4 feet, but behind the left heel. Grab that block, is really nifty for this pose, keeps that chest lifted. We want to inhale, find some length. Exhale, fold, let the forehead drop down towards the left shin. Belly button still pulling up towards the spine. Bring that awareness to the back of the left leg, back of the calf. Use the exhales, big release here. This is a nice big stretch. And then inhale, lift the chest, revolve triangle, right hand inside of left foot. Inhale, lift the left hand up. Feeling that IT band, feeling the spinal twist. The farther we can get that chest over to the side room, it's gonna help us in the next pose. Bend the left knee, revolve half moon. Right hand comes to in front of left toe. Pick up your back leg. Reach with those left fingertips still. Squeeze the glutes together, it helps with the balance. Drop the back foot, wide-legged forward fold. Second wide-legged forward fold. Bring those toes into pigeon again. When you get there, inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. So a couple different things you can do here if you don't know which is your favorite wide-legged forward fold. You can add a shoulder stretch by bringing your hands together overhead, breathing into the front of the shoulders. You can take an inversion. You can keep gripping that floor using the hands to add some, nice. Relax into it. Every exhale, your head gets a little bit closer to the floor. Maybe you can move the weight into the balls of the feet to see how it lifts the hips. Bring the head farther down. Testing that balance. All right, release on out of that. We'll walk our hands back to the front of the mat, and we're gonna meet on our bellies. Just drop all the way down. We'll come into a shoulder stretch here. We'll take our left arm right out to the left, as far as you can with those fingertips, and then begin to roll over onto your left hip, right hip stacks on top of left. Opening heart space, big stretch through the fingertips all the way to that chest. Yeah, and then that right hand has a lot of freedom in this pose. Right hand can be pressed into the mat. It can be brought up to your right hip. It could be resting on your low back, or it could be reaching back for left hand. Let that head relax, wherever it just falls. And make your way back to your bellies, back to center, nice and slow. Notice a little sensation, little tingles from those longer stretches. And then same thing, other side. Right hand goes out to the right. Roll over the hip so that your left hip stacks directly on top of right. Open that chest space, one breath at a time, getting a little bit deeper. The body loves to be stretched right now. It's warm, opened up. And gently come back to center. All right, we'll stay down for a couple poses. We'll do 2 rounds of bow pose, getting our low back. So bow pose is where you grab your feet, but if that's not in your practice, you could take any kind of low back strengthener if you want. So the first thing I like to do before getting into bow pose is make sure that I'm nice and long in the spine. So I'll grip the mat and kind of pull myself forward. Let the belly come back down, chest stays lifted. Kick your heels towards the glutes. Grab the feet on an inhale, nice strong inhale, lift and kick. Kick as hard as you can. Lift the gaze, lift the chest. Kick a little harder, arch your spine. Actually arch that low back area as much as you can. Lift up. Release. Windshield wiper the legs, hands down by the side, wherever's comfortable. So we'll do one more bow pose. Knowing what that feels like, get prepped, get ready for it. Pulling yourself forward. So we're really using these low back muscles here as much as we can. Low back strengthener. Lift the chest, go ahead and grab those feet. And on the inhale, lift and kick. Go right to where you left off and kick a little harder. Lift up, lift the thighs. Try to balance on those hip bones. Keep lifting. And release one more time. Hands down, kind of under the shoulders, wherever they feel natural. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. All right. We'll come through center. Hands under the shoulders, press up. We'll come to our shins. Do a little shin stretch right here. That's not a shin stretch, but we're sitting on our shins to do the stretch. We're going to come into a fish pose, counter for that spine. We're going to bring our forehead down right in front of the knees. Cup our heels as much as we can. Fish pose. Use that inhale to lift off. Once again, cup those heels, and on an inhale, lift the hips. Fish pose, arch that spine. Pull the belly button up. Your head is just in front of the knees. Doesn't really matter where, as long as it's comfortable. No tension in the neck. Keep lifting the hips. And release. Nice job. All right. Woo. Lots of spine work. Let's bring those hands forward. Move through your tabletop to your down dog. Stretch out the back of the leg. You haven't been here for a minute. Pedal out those feet. Find a nice strong down dog once again. And then we'll move through a soleil, leading back to down dog. So on the bottom of an exhale, look at the space between the hands. Walk step or walk to the front of your mat. On an inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come up with a straight spine. And hands come through center. Finding that stillness, centering, grounding. Inhale, hands sweep overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, take it through your chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it, eat in down dog. From down dog, inhale, right foot lifts high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, come up, warrior one. Back toes out at an angle, hands come forward. Just like high lunge, but the back heel is down. Pull this right hip back into the socket, find those nice, strong warrior one legs. They're not easy. And then exhale, drop the hands behind you, grabbing hands or elbows, whatever is better. Open the chest, and exhale, humble the warrior. Keep those strong warrior one legs. If you have to readjust the back foot at all, just do it. Find your balance, relax your head, relax your neck. Hold the hands overhead towards me. Last breath, humble warrior. We'll release the hands down, come to pyramid pose one more time. So we're bringing our chest over the right shin. You might bring your back foot in a little bit. Inhale, lift, find length. And exhale, fold, bowing forehead down to right shin. And then moving from here to standing splits, pick up that left foot high to the sky. Maybe you keep one hand on the back of the right calf as you transition. And maybe you try to test that balance further than you did the first time. Maybe lift both hands off the calf or off the floor. All right, from here moving to warrior three. Ground down through that right foot. Bend the knee, engage the quad. Everything you have, bring your hands to heart center. Left heel's back. Stay grounding through that right foot. Revolve the hands for revolved half moon. Left hand down, right hand up. Legs stay where they're at. Woo, nice job. Nice balancing. And then drop that left foot as far back as you can. You're gonna drop to a lizard pose. So drop your hands to the inside of right foot, drop your left knee, and roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. As you guide that knee just gently out, we're opening the hips here. In your lizard pose, you can drop down to forearms, or you can make this a quad stretch by lifting left heel towards the body. We're gonna hold this one for a bit longer, so find your space that you can hold. Maybe use every breath to get a little bit deeper too. It's another pose where we notice where the tension moves because we're in stillness for a while. So relax the shoulders, relax your jaw, space around the eyes. Dry your breathing. Gently moving the hands underneath you to lift the chest. We're going to make our way back to down dog. Take any little stretches you need here. Get the back of the legs. And then setting up your same thing, other side. Inhale, left foot lifts. Exhale, plant the foot, come up, warrior one. So that back heel just drops down. Sweep the hands forward. Deep bend in the front knee. Pull this left hip back into the socket. Exhale, drop the hands, get your grip, get your bind, open that chest space. Exhale, humble the warrior. Drop to the inside of left thigh, pull your hands up and over. Relax your head and neck. Pull the core up, beautiful. And release the hands. Pyramid pose one last time, left side. So we straighten into both legs. Maybe there's a proper block under your hands. When you get there, inhale, half lift, find some length. And exhale, fold, bowing forehead down towards shin. We transition to standing splits. Maybe you grab left hand on that left calf here, and then try to fly the right foot up so that you never had two hands on the mat. We're working on that balance standing splits. And then we're going to ground down with that left foot, bend the knee, and slowly come up to your warrior three. Not an easy transition, lots of leg work here. If there's a block under the chest, that's perfect. We're going to revolve half moon, right hand down, left hand up. Legs stay where they're at. Good job, guys. Pull that core up and in, squeeze the glutes, twist, twist, twist. Drop the right foot as far back as you can. Hands come to the inside of left foot. Lizard pose, other side. Roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. And we're here for another minute, so you're gonna take your time moving into this, whether that's down on the forearms or taking the quad stretch, yogi's choice. Last breath here. Maybe let that exhale be a little bit longer. And then press the hands to lift you up. We are not going to go back to down dog. We're just going to come to seated. Let the legs go out in front. We'll do staff pose really quick, just the back of the legs. So when we're straightening into the legs, I'm on the ground down, we do sit bones. So I like to try and pull myself forward, trying to get your sit bones as close to the mat as you can. Reach through the heels, flex the toes up towards the face, hands on the hips. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, straight back, fold forward. Try not to arch. Go as far as you can with the straight back. And then release, hands down towards the toes. Pull your forehead towards the toes. Instead of the forehead down, towards your legs. Think about finding length and folding. Release back up to sitting. We'll take our legs out 45 degrees. Take our left heel in towards the body. And we'll take our right forearm. We're going to bow forward and then sweep the right forearm over to the side. Breathe into the low back, left side. Inhale. Left hand lifts, making a rainbow all the way down toward your right toes. Gazes wherever is comfortable. So the head can be up or down, just you don't have to hold up the neck. Breathe into that low back, breathe into the leg. And release, come back to center, roll slowly on out of that, and we'll switch our legs. Right heel in, left heel out, 45 degrees. Same thing, other side. So right here, left forearm comes down, slips over to the side. If you can, get that left elbow to the inside of the leg, kind of rolling the chest open to the side. Reach with the right fingertips. And go back to center. Alright, we're going to roll down to our backs. Last 10 minutes on our backs. So, any little in between stretches if you need to get there. Roll down nice and gently. And then pull your knees up to your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Wrap the forearms around the shins, rock side to side. We'll take a frog pose from here. Grab outsides or insides of both feet. Pull the knees down towards the mat. Keep your spine as straight as you can. Keep your tailbone on the mat. Keep your shoulders on the mat. This pose opens the hips and it keeps our spine long. Release the heels straight up towards the ceiling. Moving into your shoulder stand or restorative shoulder stand here, restorative bridge. You'll press your hands into the mat to gain some momentum. Lift the hips, catch your low back. Leave those elbows together. Rolling onto your shoulder blades here. So press your chest up towards your chin. Try to get your hips to stack right over those shoulders. Try to wiggle those elbows together. Nice. Press the chest up towards the chin. Beautiful, Emily. Plow pose. Drop the feet overhead. You can grab your hands underneath you. Lift the hips as high as you can. That's the trick. Straighten into the legs if you can. going to slowly lower yourself down, press the hands into the mat to guide you, slow and controlled. And then we'll finish in a spinal twist today. So we'll bring the knees to the chest, gently, slowly dropping them over to the right. Pick up your hips, bring them back to the center of the mat. Wiggle your shoulder blades up so you're still long in the spine. Left knee drops over to the right. Practice your left arm. Gaze over to the left. Melt down onto your mat. Final few poses of class. You're going to reap the benefits of what you just put your body through. Bringing out the spine. Tailbone through the crown of the head. Gently come back to center. Really listen to the body the entire time, feeling all the little releases and sensations. Let the spine be back neutral on the mat, and then we'll move to the spinal twist other side. Bring knees to the chest, let it fall over to the left. Pick up your hips, bring them back to the center line of the mat. You want those hips perfectly stacked here. Left knee drops over, or right knee drops over to the left. So your spinal twist could be a lot of different things. Your top leg could wrap around your bottom leg could be straight. It's however it keeps the weight over to the right. Practice. Practice like arm knees over to the right. And gently coming back to center. And then I give you 60 seconds to take any last stretches that your body needs today. Don't even think about it, just let your body move. You can get up, you can walk around, you can do whatever you need to get your body ready for Shavasana. We're moving right into it. We're going to be in stillness in a moment. Just let your body move however it wants. So we got that. All right, making our way into our final pose of class here, Shavasana. Let those legs go long, toes roll out to the side. Think about tucking that chin down towards the chest. Just such slight movement, but so it elongates the back of the neck. Shoulders relax, hands palm face up, down by the side. As you move into Shavasana, I invite you to be the observer instead of the thinker. Letting go of anything besides staying in the present moment awareness. Tuning into your highest self and highest interest. Welcome to Shavasana.
Invite movement into the body by wiggling fingers and toes, let it wake up. The rest of the body, maybe open those eyes. And then reach the hands overhead like it's the first stretch of the day. A nice big stretch, and use this to roll over onto your favorite side using your arm as a pillow. In this space, returning to that intention that you might have set at the beginning of class, you can reset it here. Perhaps you've accomplished it. How can you bring it into the other 23 hours of the day off the yoga mat? And then gently press up to a comfortable seated position. We'll meet sitting cross-legged facing the front of the room. Ground down through those hip bones. Hands on the knees here. You can close the eyes if that's comfortable. Gentle bow of the head. Last inhale together, bring the hands overhead. Palms together. Bring the thumbs down to your third eye center. For here we are all connected. The light in me sees and always the light in you. Namaste.